Hi, and welcome to another episode of Healing a Ravaged Mind with me, Rose Ravage. Today I want to talk about medication and therapy, because there is still a huge stigma, a terrible stigma, around them, and it's absurd, it's pointless, and it's stupid, because, if you get a headache, what do? You take some tablets, you take some painkillers. You break your leg, what do? You go to the doctor. So if your brain isn't working properly, why shouldn't you just take some medication? Go and see a doctor. Makes sense. There's also the idea that it's weak, showing signs of weakness, asking for help. That's rubbish. That's rubbish. Actually, if anything, it shows serious strength to admit to yourself that you need help, and to admit to someone else and ask them for that help. That's the strongest and most positive thing that you can do for yourself. So if anyone out there hasn't done it, I implore you to do it, because you just go to your doctor, or just talk to a friend or a family member. Christ, talk to some randomer online. But the first step is admitting it, that you need the help, and you can go from there. And it is honestly the best thing that you can do for yourself. So I'm personally I'm on medication. I'm on citalopram. It's a type of antidepressant. I actually looked this up because I wanted to get it right. It's a type of antidepressant known as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, SSRI. And basically what it is when you're depressed, your brain isn't producing the serotonin being the chemical that makes you happy. So the pill is the medication, the citalopram, is giving your brain the serotonin that it's not producing. Simple as that. So yeah, I'm on that. Citalopram is 10 milligrams to 40 milligrams, and I've been on this for the better part of 10 years. Always different doses. When I first got put on it, when I was 19, they put me straight in at 40 milligrams at the highest dose. And I've been at different doses depending on how I've been emotionally. I have, however, realised, nearly 10 years later, I have realised that it's just not right for me. Because I've always been okay on it, the doctors have always just been like, well, we know you're okay on it, so we'll keep you on it. But I'm... Hi. Say hi. She couldn't care less. She's like, just leave me alone. So the doctors have always just left me on it. But it just doesn't work. It just doesn't do it. Not what I want. It's really hard to explain. Basically, okay, so I've worked out that 10 milligrams, I'm suicidal. 30 and 40 milligrams, I'm suicidal. Just about level out on 20 milligrams. So that's what I'm on now. The trouble is, you must never ever go cold turkey. Like, never just stop taking them. That can be really, really dangerous. So you have to get weaned off very slowly. So take the dose down and then come off of it. And I think you have to be off of it for a certain amount of time. I think it's maybe 2 weeks before you can try another tablet. So at some point I will do that. But we've just come out of lockdown, and during lockdown, especially, I don't have the support network around me right now, which is why I haven't tried something else yet. I've just kind of stuck with the 20 milligrams. I'm like, I know I'm safe at the 20 milligrams, so I'm going to stick with it until I feel comfortable and safe around myself, and I feel like I've got the support around me to try something else. So one day I will definitely try something else. But for now, it's citalopram. And get this, so obviously I did my research just to make sure I was given the right information about citalopram. 10 years later, and I find out, so when I first was given it, the doctor told me to take it before I go to sleep every night. So you're supposed to take it at the same time every day. Doesn't matter what time of day, as long as it's the same time every day. Because he told me to take it before I went to sleep, I've just had in my head that that's all you can do. And no one's ever told me different. But apparently, if you have trouble sleeping, you should take it in the morning. God damn it! My biggest issue is waking up in the morning, and I just... Sleep is a real issue for me. So, guess what I'm doing? I'm taking it in the blooming morning. I'm going to give that a go. This could be a game changer. This could blow the whole wide thing open. Blow the whole thing wide open. Is that what I said? Either way, I'm trying it. And I can't believe no one ever said that before. But yes, anyway, before I ramble on, so that's me on medication. It is the only one I've ever tried. So I don't know anything about any others. Apparently I hardly know anything about this one. But I have tried therapies as well. I had psychotherapy. I don't remember it. It was a long time ago, and I was in a very, 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 very bad place. I remember it being very intense and emotionally draining. The good thing about it, though, is what you say in the session, like, that's it. So you can carry on with the rest of your week. Then you've got your session, and then you get it all out, and all the effort, and then the session's over and you can continue. The other one I've done is CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy. That's fantastic, but that is very much, you have to do the work. You have to put in the work. So as opposed to the psychotherapy where it was just the session, done. With CBT, you'd go to your session and you chat with the therapist and you'd make plans of things to do during the week, and then it's things that you have to keep on top of and you have to keep up. So then you'd go on with the rest of your week, try and do what you can. There was never pressure, which was really good. And then, you know, your next session, it would be a case of, did you succeed? Did you manage to do any of it? Okay, why not? How can we fix it? So, I mean, it is absolutely the best therapy I've had. I mean, I've only had the two, but everyone I've spoken to that's also had tried different therapies, they've always said that CBT is the best. it's just always had the best outcomes. Apparently it also works really well in combination with medication, with antidepressants. So quite a couple of doctors have told me that now as well. So yeah, no, CBT was absolutely fantastic. And the good thing as well is there's a lot of paperwork to come that you take home, with helpful information, and things to work through, so that, you know, if I get bad now, even though I don't have my sessions, I've got the paperwork to look back over, and try and pick up. The bad thing about it, and with the other therapy, psychotherapy, is that it was on the NHS, so you only get a set amount of sessions, and once those sessions are over, if you want more, you've either got to pay to go private, or you could get put on a waiting list, and you're waiting and waiting. So it is a bit pants there, especially as by the time the sessions are over, you're only just getting the hang of it, and you're like, okay, I'm getting good at this, oh, it's over. Right. Okay. And I found, without those weekly catch-ups with the therapist for CBT, that I could not keep up and maintain the tasks that he'd set, and the work throughs, which was really rubbish. But again, I do have the paperwork, so I can look back over it, which, to be fair, I should do. But then a lot of it has kind of stuck with me. A lot of it is changing the way that you think, so changing the way you process information and situations, and change the way you would react to them. So like if someone was to say something that would trigger you into a panic attack, it would be a case of working through in your head, what is it they've said, why is it affecting me this way, can I change it? Just an example. And some of that has stuck with me, which is really, really good. But no, I really, really advise trying different things. Oh, and that's the thing as well with medication and with therapy, is there's so many different types, and not everything works for everyone. You've got to find the right combination, the right type of medication, the right type of therapy that will work for you, because every single person is different. Every single person's depression and anxiety and everything else is different. So, and it takes time. It really does. But pushing through and knowing that eventually you will find the right thing for you. It's so worth it. Like, I'm still going, but I know that, like, I'm still learning. I'm still learning about myself. I'm still learning about the different medications. Didn't even know about the one I'm on. I'm really annoyed about that. So yeah, but it really is just try different things. And like I said at the beginning, admitting that you need help and asking for the help is the bravest, strongest thing that you can do for yourself. So please do it. And if you already have, congratulations. You're amazing. Push through. Please do. Yeah, I feel like I've been waffling on for ages, so I'm going to end it there. As always, any questions, put them in the comments. And also, I am not a doctor. Do not take anything I say as gospel. I'm just giving you my own personal experiences. So, just putting that there as well. Alright, I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna go before I go off on another tangent and just talk for another hour. Okay, love you all.